Hello friends, this is Raj Sastry from Raj Option Trading. Today is November 30th, 2022. Hope you're all doing well. In today's segment, we'll take a look at the market and look at Salesforce.com, ticker symbol CRM, and see why Salesforce.com doubled. Is it a good time to buy? So let's start with a quick market update. Look, from a market perspective, we had a great rally today. Look, we got Dow Jones Industrial had a nice rally. Look at that candle here, nice and big candle here. And we got S&P 500 also big rally here. And same story in Nasdaq. But look, in the futures market, we are slightly down here, not too much. Dow down 13 points and S&P up slightly. Nasdaq also down slightly. So expect somewhat, trading range tomorrow. It may not go up too much, but this can change overnight. So with that, overall, market is liking Fed Chairman Jerome Powell's little bit softer stance here. Looks like the worst is over when it comes to the rate hikes. So you can generally see market responding better. So that's what's going on. Especially the tech-heavy Nasdaq can get some breathing, and you can see some sector rotation from some of the defensive sectors like healthcare, like the industrials back to technology. That's also in play as we go forward. So with that, let's jump in and look at Salesforce.com and few cloud stocks. Look, we'll go into the stock screener here. This is FinViz Elite, as many of you know here. FinViz Elite will give you the real-time data, and also it's got some great information. Since I got FinViz Elite, I can look at the custom view here and pick and choose what I want to see. That's what I'm doing here. I have a nice um, watch list here. Look, I selected my watch list called Cloud. It's right here. I'm in my cloud watch list. In the cloud watch list, as you can see here, let me change the font so you can see it better. Go back here, font changer, and let's go to, yeah, I think this works well, Poppins. All right, so I think it's, and you can choose it to 700 so you can see that a little bit better. All right, so let's go back here. Look, this is the cloud stocks. Let's sort by market cap here. I have a few cloud stocks, not all the cloud stocks, as you can see here. From a market cap perspective, let's start with the top biggest market cap here. We'll not go into detail. We will be focusing on Salesforce.com today. Look, at the top gorilla here is Microsoft, as you can see here, a $1.8 trillion market cap. And this is down for the year. Look, it's down 22% for the year. And we'll focus on CRM here, Salesforce.com. Salesforce.com, from a market cap perspective, it's about $157 billion behind Oracle, as you can see here. And look, it's down from a performance perspective, down 43% for 1 year. And it's just slightly ahead of Amazon.com, but pretty much down big time for the year. And look, aftermarket here, we got aftermarket change here. It's down 6.83%. So they had earnings at this point. You wonder, is it good time to buy some CRM? So let's deep dive into CRM and see if it's a good time to buy. Look, CRM, Salesforce.com, look at the chart here. From a chart perspective, pretty much like all the technology stocks, it's trending down, as you can see here. And today, before the market closed, it had a nice bump, as you can see here. But the situation changes as I go into maybe a 5-minute chart here. Look what's going on in the 5-minute chart. Look at that big, huge drop here, all the way from 160, as you can see here, to around 149-ish. So that's a huge drop here, down by $10 here, almost $11, as you can see here. At this time, I would wonder, is it good time to buy some CRM? Given it's a quality company, it's a lot of people use CRM software or Salesforce.com software. So let's jump in here and look at the details. Look, from an earnings per share perspective, it's slightly coming down, as you can see here. It's feeling some pressure from the macro situation, especially the foreign exchange. That's causing some headwinds for Salesforce.com. They are really taking it on. It's really big headwind. I think it's around $900 million for the year, and $300 million just for one quarter. That's why it's taking some pressure here. And look, from a sales perspective, there is no issue here. Look, sales is going nicely, nice clip as you can see here. Shares outstanding is rising slightly. It's not a big concern at all for me. I think this will be good. I think they should improve their earnings. I know it's a difficult environment right now, but I think they will get there. And there is also some margin expansion, which is also good. Look, there's a downgrade on November 17th here on buy to neutral, and we got a few resumed, as you can see, outperformed 210. So it's a little bit mixed bag here from an analyst perspective. We got a recent downgrade and few outperforms, as you can see here. But the big news here, look, Salesforce looks like Mark Benioff here is chasing all the co-CEOs. He had a bunch of co-CEOs before. We had Keith Block a while ago from Oracle, and he left the company. And now we got uh, the co-CEO Brett Taylor. He also is stepping down right now. You got to wonder here: is there something wrong? Why these co-CEOs are not getting along with Mark Benioff? But I think what the way Mark puts it, probably they have a better opportunity. Looks like Brett Taylor is starting heading a new company. He's always a startup guy. Probably that's what's going on here. Stock came down mainly because they had a little bit tepid guidance or forecast, and we got this big news about co-CEO Brett Taylor stepping down. He's a great guy in the laughter dream world, as you might be knowing. We have been talking about Salesforce vision. That's why market loves co-CEO Brett Taylor, and he's leaving the company. That's why it came down. And also, I think they beat top the estimates as usual. They did pretty well, but the outlook disappoints, as you can see here. That's also creating some problems with the stock. That's why you can expect a little bit slow tomorrow. Tomorrow market might a little bit take a breather here, given it went up so much today. All right, now we'll go into some more detail, and we will look at some of the fundamentals. From a fundamental perspective, my favorite platform, as many of you know, is Stockrover. Stockrover is a great platform for the fundamental analysis. Look, I've sorted all these our companies here by market cap. Our company's CRM or Salesforce.com is right here, as you can see here. And look, Salesforce.com are down 46% for the year and down 35% for 2 years, as you can see here. And look, they're doing pretty well from a sales perspective. They got $29 billion in sales for trailing 12 months, and sales growth is pretty good, as you can see here. They got a nice sales growth here. Even quarter over quarter sales growth is 21%, pretty healthy. Nice gross margin, as you can see here. And net margin is 1.8%. I think it's pretty good in this environment. The point I'm making is it's a good company. They got solid earnings, and they got profit margin. So it's not a money loser. So that's why it's a great company. And if we scan through here, if I go further down here, Salesforce.com, look, they do have good amount of cash in the balance sheet. We got Salesforce.com right here. If you look through here, look, they got nice $13 billion cash. No issue with the cash here. They can easily survive and thrive. And they do have some debt, but it's manageable. So overall, I think I feel good about this company. We'll deep dive a little more into Salesforce.com and go from there. All right, so let's look at the Stockrover ratings. This always I pay attention to Stockrover ratings. From a Stockrover rating perspective, look, it's again sorted by market cap. We got our company CRM right here. Look, they're getting great ratings here. Overall rating is 72. I think they're just behind Microsoft and Google here, much ahead compared to Oracle or Alibaba or even Amazon.com. So that checks out here. very good overall rating against peers, and their growth rate is also great, and valuation is pretty good. And look, efficiency or the margin perspective, financial efficiency is great, 81, and financial strength is 90. No need to worry. And momentum, as you can see here, is 16, meaning stock has been lagging slightly. That's why momentum is low. So I think it's a great one here. I think we should look at this pullback as a buying opportunity. I will personally watch this stock. I will also look through the levels that we can buy in a couple of minutes. So with that, what we'll do now is we'll go into a little more detail and look at the insights from a from stockholder perspective. Look, from a consensus analyst estimation perspective, it's a strong buy, as you can see here. And as we see here, we got current ratings 24, strong buy. It's been pretty much constant since the last month, but it improved over the period of time. So overall, it's a great company. Nice analyst estimate, strong buy, as you can see here. And from a visual perspective, we'll just look at the visuals here, and we'll jump in. Look, typically, as you see here, we got November right here. November is slightly, it's a little bit not too much improvement from a stock price perspective, just 2% return. But look, from a November, I think it's not, if you compare to other months here, it did great in June and did great in April, but November is a little tepid, as you can see here, but not as bad as September. But this time looks like November, the stock took some beating here. All right, so with this, I will jump into one of my favorite charting platform here, which is TradingView. Look, we have Salesforce.com here. Look at that drop, big, huge drop here, all the way from $160 to 149. That's a huge drop, as you can see here. And here we got 1 hour chart, as you can see here. And look, we got a nice support level as we scan through here. About 144 is a great support level here. And if you look at the weekly chart, we got a weekly chart here. Probably I should change this to a daily chart, but let's start with the weekly. We'll go to daily. Even in the weekly chart, look, there's a nice support level. If I draw this support level right here, look, around 140 is a great support level here. So I would think it's a good idea after this big drop, stock is at around 149. I would start buying around 145. It's a great company. Mark is a great leader. I'm sure company will stock will settle down around 145 or so. We look at few levels as we go forward. And look, from a finance perspective, we can go into details here. Stock has been, as you see here, they just had their quarterly earnings, and look, they did beat the estimates, as you can see here. They surpassed the estimate. Actually, it's 1.4. Estimate is 1.22. They surpassed the estimates, surprised by 15%. That's a good news here. And look, if I go into a little more details here, from a technical perspective, the buy, from an analyst perspective, it's a strong buy. That kind of checks out here. And we could look into more financials. Let's look through more financials here very quickly. Look, from a quarterly earning perspective, I think they did pretty well here. Look, from a profit margin perspective, it's slightly improving. That's a good story here. I think overall it checks out. We can close this one here and jump into my favorite platform to look at market action, which is tradingticks.com. It's a great site. I would recommend to check it out. And you could do a lot of things with the free account. They give you a lot of access. You could check it out. But if you're interested, you can look at the premium subscription, which is a great one. So right now I'm using their premium subscription. It's a great platform when it comes to option flow, and also they got great analytics and great visuals. That's why I like the platform. One of the best when it comes to the option flow and also the visualization of the financial market. All right, look, I got Salesforce.com here, or CRM. From option flow perspective today, it's overall bullish. This is before the market closed. As you can see here, we have more calls than puts. That's a good story here. 65% calls and remaining 35% puts. From a net premium perspective, when we say net premium, it could be calls bought or puts sold. That's the net premium. And when a call is sold or put is bought as a negative premium, but overall the net premium is positive. That's the good news here. I'll go through with nets out the bullish and the bearish premiums. It's again bullish here. And today we had a 5% increase in the stock price. IV percentile is pretty low, as you can see here. And look, from an algo flow perspective, stock has been doing pretty well here. We got netting of all the premiums here, which is going higher. That's a good story. But after the market, look, after the earnings, stock dropped. It even came down big time, around 149 or so. Here came all the way down to 149. All right, so what we'll do now is we'll change the time frame here for a minute, and maybe let's make it 15 minutes to look at some levels. Let's start with 30 minutes here. All right, so we got 30 minutes here, and this takes us back to 9th of November, as you can see here. We could do some, levels here. We can do. Let's do one thing instead of this one here. We can even try here. Let's try support resistance level here. Look from a support resistance perspective. It looks like we got a nice support at 143, as you can see here. That support can stand, and we also have a good support level at 148. Stock is now around 149 or so after the market. I think it can either work between 148 and 143 is a good level. I would really start picking this up around say 146, 145 level. That could be a great level. And what we'll do is we'll clear these lines here, and we'll look at a few more things. We could even look at dark pool levels, which is one of my favorite here. We could look at the dark pool level on a let's see here on a monthly basis, and let's go from there. Look, this is the dark pool level here. So this can give you a very good idea about the support and resistance. Look, we got a big dark pool level at 158 here. This could be, this is, whenever you see the green and red here, these are really the block trades. So we got huge block trades here. There's a bearish block trade at 158. Looks like these folks are making money now because the stock came down after the market. And look at 155, there's a good, again, block trade here, which is a ask, which is probably a buy. That's why it's in the green here. And then got some negative, 152, 149. And then there's a solid, block trade at 147. The way I'm thinking is this level might hold the 147 level, which is at 143.45 million. It's a dark pool, probably it's a ask, as you can see here. They make some prediction here by looking at the levels, whether will it be, buy or sell. So 147 is a great level. This might become the support level, but watch out if this breaks. Then we got next stop here. There's a huge build here, a huge dark pool sale here at 144. That could be another level to watch. I will be starting buying at around 147 here. And if it comes to 145, I will buy some more. It's a great company. I'll be watching this and buying slowly around 145 levels and increase my, I would be basically doing the long call, maybe say 60 days out. I'll be buying some call options. If it drops below 145, I'll buy more. All right, so with that, what we'll do is we'll look at some of the details here and see how we can play with this information. Look, we'll go into the net flow here from a net flow perspective. Today, whole day, the red line is put. It looks like it's put buying. This is really about folks buying the put here or selling the call, and the green line here is folks buying the call or selling the put. That's a positive premium. And look, today market did very well towards the end. As you can see here, we got the bearish sentiment picking up, after the close, you know the story. Stock fell all the way down to 149. That means this came all the way, the bullish sentiment came all the way down after the market closed. All right, so now we'll skip some of these things here. One of the favorite things I want to talk through is really this dealer brick build-up. This can tell you many things about what might happen. So what we'll do is we'll look at a few more days here. We'll look at from a parameter perspective. We will basically see for future change, let's say for next 5 days, what might happen. That's why I got 5 days here. You want to predict salesforce.com price for next 5 days. Let's change it to next 5 days. And so with that, look what's going on right now is, as of now, the dealers are sitting with a negative delta. As you can see, we got delta here. So this tells you dealers have got some negative delta. So when dealers have negative delta, that means the retail traders like us, we are really buying the call options. So retail traders are holding the call option, they're buying, but these the dealers or market makers, they're selling the call options. So they got some positive delta. So they're sitting on a positive delta. So because they're sitting on a positive delta, so as we go into the expiration, they have to liquidate their delta, whatever is remaining, because they're always delta hedging. So they will end up, if they liquidate the remaining position, so then stock can really come down slightly. That's why you got to watch out the expiration, which is coming up next Friday. So mainly because we got some negative, we got the dealers are sitting on some positive stock position because they got negative delta. So that's one thing to watch out for. That's why as you look through here, we got correlation of zero point 0.1. As you can see here, we got delta correlation 0.1. And as you look through here, the chart itself, look, we got change probability. The positive change is 20%. The negative change is, let's see here, negative change is more. So because as you see here, more red bars, that tells you there's more chance that Salesforce.com might come down in the next 5 days. That's what it's telling you. So I think this is probably right. Given stock is already slid off the market, it might slightly go more down. 145 could be a good level here. All right. So next we'll go into a few more details. We can look at the dealer open interest. Now this tells you what is dealer sitting on. So this is a good one to look through here. You can change the expiration. You can see what happens on the expiration, which is 12/2, which is coming up next Friday. Look, next Friday, as you can see here, dealers are sitting on 143 strike price. They got negative delta, as you can see here. So they will end up at least liquidating, whatever they have remaining from a stock position perspective. And because they're positive delta, these market makers, they are direction neutral. They have to liquidate their positive delta, which means they will end up selling the actual stock. So that's why you expect some pressure on the stock. Looks like 143 strike is where there's a lot of negative delta, which means the dealers are sitting on the stock, they will end up liquidating it. So that's why 143 also is a good level. If 145 does not hold, next stop is a 143, for Friday. And you can also look through this by, the open interest here, look through the open interest here. And you could even do open interest by expiration date, 12/2 here. With 12/2, 143, there is a nice open interest. On the negative, there is a lot of good open interest here. And there is also, look, we got 146 or 145. So 145 and 143 are the two prices I would watch for. I will probably start buying around 145 or so, or even say 146, 147. But this 145 looks like a great level. This might be a good level to buy in a day or two. All right, now let's jump in here and look at a few more things here. Gamma exposure is an important thing to watch for. As into the gamma expiration or GEX as we call it here. You got to watch out whenever you see a big red bar here. You got to watch out for this. I don't see any big red bar here, so I think we are good here. And look, there is a nice bar right here, which is a green bar here, 143. So that could be a level of interest here. There's a Greek exposure, could be a level of interest. But typically, you got to watch for the big red bar down. That shows you that's a magnet or that will attract toward the strike price. But in this case, I don't see much here. This could be of a level of interest between 143, 145. I would start buying at around 147. That's a good level to buy. All right, so look, there's a gamma exposure, as you can see here, a nice and high gamma exposure for the Friday. That's why you got to be slightly careful here. Stock will be probably trying to go slightly lower on Friday. All right, so what we'll now do is we look at few top contracts. As you can see here, we got some bullish contracts. We keep watching the premiums here. We got some nice 491K premium here for call option, and we got a few more here. Let's look at the put. We got a lot of negative premium here. We got folks either buying put or selling. These are buying put. Look, there's a huge premium for strike 320 put, as you can see here. And look at the premium here, huge 13.46 million to 40 put. Folks are really, buying put at these are really deep in the money, way above the current stock price. And folks are betting stock will come down. They bought all this put. Now I think these guys will make money. Probably they may be exiting say tomorrow or in a day or two because they made huge money here. Look at these bets here. The expiration date. They gave plenty of time for themselves here. 1/20/2023, which is at least a month and a half or so. I think these guys might liquidate because they will be sitting on big profit tomorrow. That also tells you, there is some bearishness. These guys might liquidate. If they liquidate, that could be, I think that could be slightly better for the market. But watch out for the levels here. It is 145 out, around 143 to 146 is the level to watch out for. All right, so with that, we'll end here. Thank you very much. Happy investing and trading. Please subscribe.